Hey, Ticats fans, thanks for checking in. This is Digital Host Louie B, and I'm very pleased to be joined by one of the newest members of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, selected in the third round, 27th overall, a Hamilton native, Tyler Ternowski. Tyler, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Take us back to last Thursday night. You're sitting at home with your family, and you get a call from Orlando Steinauer. What's going through your head?
Oh, when Coach O calls me, it's crazy. It's like so many emotions are going through my head. Just like so many excitement. Kind of what the future is holding now that I'm going back to Hamilton. Kind of where I wanted to go the whole time, just being the hotel kid. It's like kind of a storybook ending, getting drafted to the Cats, So, it was a super exciting moment for not just me, but my entire family. We all erupted as soon as we saw the name on the screen, and when my phone started ringing, I was shaking to pick it up because I didn't know if it was real or not. So when I finally got to talk to Coach, it was an unbelievable experience, and he kind of passed me off to the OC and then the receivers coach and then media guys. And so it was an awesome process. And then I was with my buddy Dion Peller, and he got drafted to the Argos in the later round. So that's kind of a huge rivalry now. So it was a great class. I can't wait for that. But having another guy that got drafted with like Dion and stuff to share the experience of being drafted and then experiencing someone else get drafted right in front of you. It was cool to see it from both perspectives.
You talked about being with your family. You and your family, as Tiger Cats fans, go back quite a long time. You've been a Tiger Cat. I got a Kerrigan jersey behind me. Mike Kerrigan's my uncle. So Tiger Cats are my blood. But for you, it goes back even further than that. It's kind of crazy. Just my
grandma's mother, so my great grandmother, she had season tickets with my great grandfather in the don't even know, in the 30s or the 20s, 20s and 30s, I think.
You were saying, I watched an interview. I think you were with, or I think it was your mom talking to Justin Dunk or something like that, and you were saying it's like the Hamilton Tigers, right? So they go. So my mom's fiance, they should be married actually, but they're supposed to get married on April 25th. But they had to postpone it, so it's unfortunate. But my stepdad's grandfather or great grandfather, he played quarterback for the Tigers, the Hamilton Tigers, when it was like the Canadian Rugby Association. Like before, when the Grey Cup was a thing, but it wasn't for the Canadian Football League. It was in a totally different era. So it was pretty cool. And he won like 3 Grey Cups, and I think it was 27, 29, and 32. I want to say that's when they won the cup, but crazy. So he played too. Awesome. So I got stuff to live up to, I guess. That's so sweet. Growing up, you looked up to Dave Stalin. What was it about him that caught your attention? And I know you've been in touch with him throughout the last few years, haven't you?
Oh yeah, just like text messages here and back and forth. Kind of. I remember when I was looking for an agent, I reached out to him, just asked him a few things, and he was good with some advice back and stuff like that. But when I was growing up, it was sticky style. Like, come on, that guy was like all over Hamilton. Like any like player that wanted to kind of idolize someone in Hamilton, it was definitely a sticky style. Especially playing in like the HMFA as the Ticats and going to games and watching him do his dribble and punt the ball into the crowd, man. Like I used to dream about like just being there and catching those balls and stuff. Like when he kicked, and like he was just such a productive player and such like a well-known guy and well-loved guy. Like he was great in the community. Like he was always about team first. He was always team guy. Like obviously like Sallies are entertainment and it's a business, but like dude, that's why he was loved by the fans, because he would incorporate them into the game and not just kind of play without them.
Yeah, well said. Tyler, when you look back at, the last week, what have you been up to? Who have you been talking to? Who's reached out from the team that you've talked to so far?
Actually, my old teammate, Jesse Gibbons. So he got drafted last year's second pick overall. And so I've been in contact with him. He's just like, congrats, dude. Prepare for training camp. It's a huge, mental test.
I know you can physically do it, but it's going to they're going to try and mentally break you, and you just got to like go through it and make sure your mental toughness is as good as your physical toughness. Brian Jones, David Unger, both reached out to me a couple days ago, just wanted to welcome me to the team and stuff like that. Strength coach, Coach Ike, he reached out to me. I'm going to send me some like just programs like running and stuff, workout programs, stuff like that. Coach O just reached out to me after draft day and stuff, and just congratulations and stuff. Jerry, Coach Bain. Sorry, I'm trying to go wrong names.
And obviously you've been talking with a lot of people. And I know, like, I was hosting some draft night stuff, and like every single time it came around to the Ticats pick, they were saying, we need Ternowski. Like, you've already got this fan support, so I have to imagine, like, even the Ticats fans, you felt the love already, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Like it's pretty crazy. Kind of like growing up and being that kid that's met like messaging or like idolizing these guys that play pro and getting autographs and being super excited that they even like recognize that you're even there. You know what I mean? Not even like they don't even need to have a conversation with you. They just need to give you a high five, and it's like the best thing in the world as a kid. And now the fact that I'm getting messages from people saying like how inspired them to keep going in sports, or just to like that a kid from Hamilton, a kid from a small town. Like I grew up in like Cayuga, Ontario. I don't even know if anyone knows where that is, but I was in Cayuga until I was in grade 2, and then I moved to Hamilton, and I'm always a skinny, small kid. So I was always a little kid, like kind of small, faster kid, but now it's like I'm grown man now. So it kind of fits in now. So kind of being able to grow through that life of idolizing athletes, and now it's kind of turned to me, and people are messaging me, and it's a pretty cool feeling at the end of the day. It's like, it's to the point where I'm inspiring some kids. Like I've had a few, people message me of just about like kind of how I like played with them, or they saw me do something at university and it kind of inspired them. So that's like a really cool thing to me.
That's awesome. Well, I know there's a lot of Ticats fans can't wait to see it in the black and gold. I know you probably can't wait to be on the field. It's really nice catching up here. It's nice to meet you as well, and we'll see you together around the field.